All right, good morning, y'all. Good morning. Y'all know what time it is. It's PT day, so that's where I'm headed. But I wanted to come on right quick. I want to talk about something, an unpopular opinion. Lord, I can't even think of the woman's name now. The lady that's campaigning now for president. Ooh, y'all. Anyway, I'll put her name across the screen. Well, what I want to just mention, okay, for those of you who follow the news like me, I have to do it in small doses, y'all, because you know that mess can get you all wrapped up, tied up, consumed. Well, over the past couple of weeks, you know, Don Lemon, according to mainstream media, he put his foot in his mouth. So Don Lemon, and I think before I say it, I think there is a way to say anything that can be tactful and it'll be better received. But again, Don Lemon made a comment toward this lady, and her name's gonna hit the tip of my mouth, but she was calling for anybody running for president, if they're age 75 or older, they should go through a mental, psychological, blah, blah, blah type of test. I guess, in her mind, she believes that they should have a fit for duty type test, mental, all that kind of stuff. Well, of course, to run for president or to be elected president, there's already a set of criteria that you have to, you got to check the boxes off of all, whatever those qualifications are. And of course, Don Lemon makes a comment. He said, well, and I'm paraphrasing, he made an off-color comment, well, she ain't no spring chicken either. In other words, he he just went on and said it. He probably just said a lot of things that people want to say. He just said it. And so, of course, they pretty much canceled Don Lemon for making that comment. But here's where I want to caution us, whether it be us as women or just the general public. Yeah, he probably could have said it a better way. And like I said, I'm paraphrasing. His delivery could have been better. All of that, yada, yada, yada. But, I look at it on the other side. Well, how insulting is that for you as a woman to say who needs a competency test and who, a mental competency test or whatever it is that you're alluding to needs to be quote unquote mandatory now because you feel like somebody's too old. Now I know sometimes we pick at older people driving on the road, driving like grandma, whatever. But as long as grandma is getting from point A to point B safely, she ain't hit nobody, she ain't jacked up nobody. Because, the same could be said about teens. We know there's teens out there, they are hell on wheels when they're driving. And they get more car accidents than older folk. So we can go back and forth. And then non-teenagers, everybody in between. I just caution that type of thought process because we women, and I'm just going to go there, we're already continuously having to break that ceiling, if you will. And yes, we have progressed, and I'm not no big old time feminist and all that, but I'm just saying we have to be careful when we start throwing that kind of stuff and then we get up and rally and stuff like that. Okay, so suppose men or the other powers that be, if you will, decide to say, okay, well, if you like back in the day, in order to be a stewardess, you had to be a certain size. You had to meet a certain criteria, because the businessmen who were flying back in the day, they wanted something nice to look at. They didn't want to look at no ugly stewardess. And I'm keeping it real. Y'all go study the stewardess industry, flight attendant industry. You had to fit a particular mold. And like I said, I understand there's laws on the books that have changed a lot of things, but I just think it's dangerous when we go down this rabbit hole. Now, let's just say whether it was Trump or Biden, because both of them are over 75 now, right? So if both of them if anybody shows signs of mental, yeah, we ain't got to call the name. We already know who it is. But even outside of that, even if we see Trump is going to run again, I don't really believe that you should put that kind of stuff on people, because of the simple fact is there's already facets in place, hopefully, that they don't let one particular person tear up a whole country. But yeah, and I get it. And if they do go down that road where they feel like they need to put that in the criteria or a qualification to be president, then we better be careful, because then they can start doing that for all aspects of business, whether it's governmental, private, corporate, whatever. And they start putting those stipulations like, okay, women, you only can look a certain way, or women, you only can be a certain age. And if you're over, let's say over 60, we want, I just think it's dangerous for us. Now, like I said, I don't agree the way Don Lemon came off on and said it, because he could have said it better and made it more of a teachable moment versus a jab, because it was a jab. The way he said it, yeah, it was a jab. But at the same time, whatever's good for the goose is good for the gander. If you're going to make a stipulation like that for everybody to hear, that anybody over 75 needs to be, need to have a mental test, or whatever it was. Like I said, I put it across the screen. I think we gotta watch that, and that's the angle I'm coming from. We gotta watch that, because honey, they'll put us all the way back to where you only can be a brunette to have this job. You only can be a certain size, and I'm just telling you, we have to be careful. Anyway, I'm just saying again, it may be an unpopular opinion, but I just wanted to put it out there. All right, y'all, I gotta go on the inside, so I'll see you on the flip side. All right, y'all, class is over. Y'all, it's absolutely beautiful out here. I think today I'm gonna have my office out here for a couple of hours. It is gorgeous, y'all, gorgeous. I'm gonna come back out here for doing my 3 o'clock. From about 3 to 4:30, I'm gonna have my laptop out here on my little table, a little TV tray, and just sit out here the rest of the day. Absolutely fabulous. Fabulous, darling. Fabulous. But anyway, y'all, let me go. Love you. God bless. And may the peace of the Lord be with you. All right, y'all.